Dad searching for twins, mom placed in foster care. This is a letter from a reader of the Jamaica Observer newspaper to attorney at law Margaret Macaulay. This was from December 19, 2022. Dear Mrs. Macaulay, my wife lives in Jamaica and I live in the United States. My wife recently gave birth to twin girls. In September this year, I was informed that she had placed our daughters in some type of foster care with a nurse named Mrs. Beckford or some type of child center program in St. Catherine, as she was unable to care for our daughters. She said she would go to the agency on weekends to see them. I want to file for legal custody of my daughters. I am a United States citizen who at this time have no information as to which foster care or children's agency my wife sent our daughters to. She has refused to let me know where our daughters are located. What? Being the biological father, I am requesting a list of agencies that may have in their custody my daughters so that I can contact them by coming to Jamaica to see my daughters and, if possible, to provide the necessary information needed to apply for visitation and custody rights in bringing my daughters here to the United States and providing a better life for them. So doesn't he have anybody here in Jamaica who could help him sort things out and then he would come to finish up? Anyway, any information that you can provide in finding out where my daughters are located would be very helpful and appreciated. This is the answer from attorney at law, Mrs. Macaulay. What you have stated in your letter is a terrible wrong being committed by your wife against you and against your children. It is legally, morally, and emotionally wrong. In addition, it is against the best interest of your children. She has no right, in fact or in law, to deny you access to your children, and she has no right to decide to place them in care without your knowledge and consent. Then for her to refuse to give you information as to the exact date, exact kind of arrangement, facility, and its address is a continuity of her wrongful act, which makes the situation egregious against you and your parental rights and your children's right to have a relationship with you. The situation needs to be dealt with urgently. Your wife must be informed that mothers and fathers have equal rights to the custody, care, and control and access to their children. They also have equal rights to apply to the court for orders for any of the above regarding their children. You have clear rights to apply for custody, to make all decisions relating to the life and upbringing of your children, care and control, that your children can live with you, and you are responsible for their daily lives and access that the non-custodial parent can visit or have the children spend time with him or her on a particular day for some hours, or residential access, wherein the children spend weekends and half of holidays with the non-custodial parent. So here you have, let me look at this again, custody. Custody means to make all decisions relating to the life and upbringing of your children. Then there's care and control. Care and control means that your children can live with you and you are responsible for their daily lives. Then there is access. Access means here that the non-custodial parents, the parents who doesn't have custody, can visit or have the children spend time with him or her on a particular day for some hours. And then there is residential access now. That goes more than just hours, where the children spend weekends and half of holidays with the non-custodial parents. So here, access, just access alone means they spend part of a day, some hours with you, but residential access means they go into your house and spend more than just a few hours, maybe a few days or weeks with you. All right, we'll continue. In the circumstances wherein your wife has stated clearly that she is not able to take care of the children and has unilaterally taken action to absolve herself of their care, the person who has a legal right to have full custody and care and control of the twins is you, the father. If you do not have their birth certificate, you must apply for certificates from the Registrar of Birth and Death Office at Twickenham Park, St. Catherine. You should act as quickly as possible. I am not sending you a list of agencies that may have your daughter, as contacting all of them would take too long, too much time, and your wife might have instructed them not to give anyone information about them. You need to use legal orders to obtain first information and access to your children as soon as possible. I am therefore suggesting that you can act through the Child Protection and Family Services Agency, 49 Duke Street, Kingston. Since you have the name of the nurse, this agency may well have knowledge of her and can make direct contact and may visit and ensure the safety of your children. The agency can assist you by insisting on the observance of your right and explain the legal situation to your wife and obtain her consent that you have custody and care and control of your daughters with agreed periods of access to her. If this is not possible, once you have the certified birth certificate, you should apply for custody, care and control of your daughters to the family court of the parish of St. Catherine with access to their mother as fixed periods of time. In your application, you must also apply for orders to be made that your wife provide all details relating to the facility where she placed your children and with whom, and that the twins can be produced in court, and that you have an immediate interim order for custody, care and control of your daughters. You must therefore have made arrangement for their residence and care until the orders are finalized and you can apply to them with you to your home in the USA, to take them to your home in the USA. I trust that I have assisted by showing your quicker response, by showing you quicker path to tracing and obtaining legal orders necessary for you to have custody and care and control of them. If you encounter any further obstacle, I shall be happy to assist as best as I can, because your daughter's welfare and their rights must be upheld so that their best interests are always the paramount consideration. I wish you and them all the best. Well, in my mind, you can wish them all the best if they are still alive. That is a question in my mind. This is a strange case. Are those babies still alive and the mother pretending that they are and giving false information. It might turn into a criminal matter, right? But if you find that they are alive, I would also, if I was in that situation, do a DNA test. Make sure you do a DNA test. But in any case, in order to get them overseas with you, a DNA test would have to be done. Alright, so Margaret May McCall is an attorney at law, Supreme Court mediator, notary public, and women and children's rights advocate. Send questions by allwoman@jamaicaobserver.com. Disclaimer: the contents of this article are for informational purposes only and must not be relied upon as an alternative to legal advice from your own attorney.